Hi, this is Jim from Morro Bay Fishing. If you're coming to the central coast of California, there's an amazing trip that you need to do, and that's to go see the elephant seals just past San Simeon. I've lived on the central coast for a long time now, and I've been up to see the elephant seals quite a few times. So in this video, I want to show you the 4 places that I like to stop and I think provide the most convenient parking and the most unique viewing experiences. The first spot is a short hike to a secluded beach where you can see the elephant seals laying on the sand in their natural environment. The second spot is the elephant seal Vista, the main one, the one you follow the signs to get to, the large parking lot there. Now, when I go there, I go past that parking lot about a quarter mile to the third spot, which is a much better parking lot, a little smaller, but it's less crowded. In the summertime, the main one is often very crowded. It has a very lumpy, a lot of potholes, and there's people moving in and out, so I suggest the third spot. The fourth spot is about a half mile south of the main viewing area. I call it the One Tree parking lot. You can pull right in there and park under the one tree. It has a little shade, and there's a path that heads south. And once again, there's a small cliff there, and you can look right over and see 100 elephant seals right in their natural habitat with nobody else there and no fence between you and them. So come along with me, jump in my old car, I'll take you up to San Simeon and we'll go see the elephant seals. This is the path I'll be taking out of Morro Bay, but the map also shows you can take 46 out of Paso Robles. I love the trees as you drive through Cambria. They have a lot of good restaurants there too. Lynn's Pies is famous, and they're very tasty. But generally I've already eaten, so I just go to this rest stop about a mile outside of Cambria. There was basically a windstorm on the day I made the video, so you just have to bear with some of the audio. Sorry. Nice little info board about all the birds. We just drove through Cambria. Very beautiful spot. There's some really nice woods and stuff. And this is the first rest stop as you come out of town. So if you've been driving since Paso Robles or Morro Bay, and as for me, I'd like to know where the restrooms are. Once you get over 40, you're going to want to. So this is where I always stop, and then we're going to head up further and go see the elephant seals. You can also stop in San Simeon. They have everything you need. They have restaurants, motels if you want to stay, and a nice little store on the way out of town to pick up snacks. You can see we're coming up on the Hearst Castle turnoff, and this is the San Simeon Pier. So our first elephant seal stop is about a mile from here. It's a beach. We're going to walk down to the beach here in just a second. So look it up on Google here. We're going to go, like I said, right past, not going to Hearst Castle, not going to San Simeon, although both of them are great places. I've been there. I love going out to San Simeon Point. It's a great place, great little dog walk. But we're going to go up here just a little ways, about a mile or so, do a couple little turns, and I'll show you where I pull off to get to the elephant seals. Probably pretty darn close to it now. Right up here. Right here. It's a little hard to get off. Be careful. There you go. This map shows you the parking spot where I stopped and the path we're going to take on down. Basically, you're going to follow the fence line. So here's the little entranceway as you go in there. I've got one warning. There is a bunch of ticks out there. You really shouldn't go from here to out there, especially when it looks like that, those high weeds, without a bunch of bug spray, as you will see a little later on in the video. Didn't come out very well, but here I'm explaining that a lot of people coming up to this area, they're going to follow the standard way and the science, and they're going to miss little hidden gems just like this area right here. So if you follow this path, this is what you're going to come to. A nice, secluded beach with virtually no one on it. You won't even see any footprints, maybe some animal prints. And then if you hike south down there by that reef, you'll see the elephant seals. Just look how beautiful it is. I did some reading up on the life cycle, and this is early spring. Actually, I guess it's late spring right now, and mostly what we're going to see are females molting. If I remember, the males come in about late summer. I'm not sure when they start rutting, though. Leave a comment if you know. Keep an eye out for some agates as you're walking down there. Put down the old rock collection. They don't seem too worried. I'm purposely kind of talking loud so they know I'm coming. That way they don't, a lot of like birds and stuff, they kind of sense your vibe. Here they are. Those big old evidence seals. Walk over to this reef right over here. Like they're having a pretty good time. We're going to see a whole bunch more of them in a second. Hello boys, hello girls. If they wanted you, they could just come right over here and punch me. I wanted to show you this clip from an old BBC show to show you how close this guy gets to males who are in rut and actually fighting, and two, to give you some size reference, because sometimes if you're a little ways away from the elephant seals, you may not realize how big they are. I'm going to turn around now that we've hit this reef here, but before I do, look at these mussels. I keep wanting to try these things. You can do that in the fall or winter. You just bring your pan, your garlic and butter down, I guess. But one of these days I'll have to try them. They're just all over the place around here. Good size, too. Okay, back to the elephant seals. It's early spring right now, so these are probably all bolting females. I did a little reading on the subject. I guess the juveniles come in next in kind of in summer, and then in late summer the males come in and do their bolting too. Basically, they just shed their hair and the top layer of skin. Sounds like quite an itchy process. What you guys doing today? Yeah, the wind just made the audio terrible, but I kept this shot because you can see you kind of see how long this beach is. And so, after the elephant seals, you can take a nice walk down the beach, take a little picnic. Here's the creek and a little mound there that shows marks a trail on how to get back. Just follow the fence line again. Lots of animals come down here to get a drink of water and stuff. I made an old fishing video around here called Fishing by the Elephant Seals. Right in this same creek, you can see all kinds of, it was like a whole trail of ducks and I think coyotes. So yeah, we head up back to the car, and I'm going to stop and take a look at some of these flowers. Like those thistles, they're giant. They basically look like wild artichokes. There's radishes. They got these little seed pods. When I was a kid, I'd get them about that size right there. Pop them off and eat them. Just chew on them. Tastes just like radish. In the car, just stay right along this fence line. I've never seen seed pods like that. If you know what they are, put it in the comments below. The thing about the Central Coast is we have a lot of mini flowers. I mean, just look at that. Hopefully I got that pretty good. Or look at these. The little white one there. Just a little mini flower. They have one smaller than that. Perfect time of year. It just perfectly bloomed. Very pretty. See that? Zillions of them out there. Probably want to get yourself some bug spray. Probably going to find some ticks on me tonight. Okay, next stop, we're heading up there. See the sign? Elephant Seal Vista 3 miles. When we get up there, there'll be two parking lots. The first one's a big one, and that's almost all. If you're in the middle of summer, it's very usually crowded, hard to get a spot. But another 100 yards down, there's another one. So we'll show you that once we get up here. It's a Vista point. So right here, elephant seal view in a quarter mile. But see the one tree right there? That's a parking lot. We'll come back when we get back from the seal part. We'll stop there, and there's another spot you can look and see elephant seals where almost nobody is. Piedras Blancas is just a little further up. So here we are coming up on the viewing area. So you could pull in right here and park. And like I said, summertime, sometimes there's a lot of people there. But I like to go up one more parking spot. I need a little audio, so yeah. Almost no one is usually. The secondary parking spot. It's also got a nice trailhead up here, so if you want to do some hiking, you can do that too. Get right in there. Okay. Much smaller parking lot. But we used to come up with our dogs a lot, so it was always better just to come up here. Alright. That's the trailhead I was telling you about. You can hike for miles up there towards Piedras Blancas. You can't bring your dog though, and yeah, don't forget the bug spray. Here we are in the secondary parking lot of the main viewing area. It's got these nice storyboards, and the trail we're going to follow can go all the way down to the main parking lot and to the big viewing area, so there's no problem there. It's a fun walk and a great way to get those legs working after the old long drive up here. We used to bring old Hercules up here, my dog, and we took that dog a lot of places. And he'd see horses and he'd bark at them, and he'd see cows and he'd bark at them. But when he saw the elephant seals, he was strangely quiet. I think he just thought they were too big to bark at. You know, for this video I should tell my great white story and my elephant seal story. I encountered both surfing. Let's go down and take a look at them elephant seals. See, there's a nice little patch of them right there, and there's nobody really above them. We'll be right back down to the other parking lot and take a look from there too. Let's go take a look at that one. One day when I was out surfing in my 30s, it was a big day out by the rock. It's probably 10, 12 feet, and I just caught a wave, and I was dropping down the face of it, and lo and behold, right in front of me was an elephant seal. So I tried to kick my board away, and I thought, well, my board will go one way, and I'll go another, but that didn't happen. The board kicked out. I didn't want the fin to hit the seal, and I just ended up landing right on top of it. And we went underwater together. And I thought, this thing is going to bite me or it's going to kick me. But nothing happened. I swam up to the top, and then it swam up to the top, and I swear it turned right at me and looked at me and just went, "Wah!" Like I was just some kind of Barney kook out there. And I guess I was. Okay, that was kind of the back entrance to the main viewing area. We're going to head down to the main parking lot down there so I can show you what that's like, and we can see all the elephant seals down there. Look! Some more mini flowers. These ones look kind of like mini California poppies, but they're not. And look at these. Here's another great example. Little orange flowers. So we've seen quite a variety of mini flowers, as I said, on this little trip. This is a really beautiful part of the coastline here on the Central Coast. I love those rocks out there. Really makes the place look beautiful. Of course, if you were on them, I don't think they would smell that good. Okay, that was a tour of the secondary parking spot in the main viewing area. Okay, we're driving down to the main lot here. This is the easiest place to park and see the most seals, but as you can tell here, it's not paved, and you can tell by the way my car is bouncing around, it's very rough. And in the summertime, it's often packed, and people are waiting for places to come free. So that's why I like that secondary spot. I imagine he would like something to eat if you brought something with you. There's Mr. Seagull. He's got the same thing on his mind, but I didn't bring anything for you either, son. It's great to see all the children, and a lot of them are very excited. So here we are, we made it. It's the main parking lot, the main viewing area. We're going to head down a little ways here and go see the elephant seals. There's probably 1,000 of them down there. And while we're looking at them, that'd be a great time for me to tell you about me encountering a great white while surfing. This is the time of year we're here. This is the main viewing area. That's why the main parking lot is right here. And just look at all them elephant seals. They must go on for a mile. Another time when I was surfing in my 30s, we had a great white shark come on down the line. And I mean, it was a big one. It was huge. The fin stuck out of the water at least 3 feet. It was like a pretty big day. It was probably 8 foot. And when you're on a surfboard, you know, when they're at the top of the wave, you can see everything. And when you're at the bottom of the wave, you can't see anything. So I'm at the top of the wave, and I see that giant fin. And I say to myself, did I just see a giant fin as I drop below to the bottom of the wave? And we pop up again, and yes, it's still there. It's like 40 yards from me and cruising right at the rock. And as I said, it was an 8 foot day. It was a good day. There must have been 100 guys out that day. Everybody was surfing. And as soon as I saw it, I kind of went into a little panic. I was laying on my board, and my feet started kicking like they could run. And I was telling my feet, you can't go anywhere. We're on the board. So I did the next best thing. I paddled over to 2 guys who looked at me like I was a nut. And I immediately said, hey, did you see that giant fin out there? And they said no, they didn't see a thing. And I know that great white had to go down, make a turn, and swim under at least 50 guys to get out from the side of the rock. I got out of the water and went home. I think I told that story for weeks after it happened. It was quite shocking. But I've never seen a great white again, and actually it made me fear them less. Okay, that was the main viewing area. Now we're going to head down to the One Tree parking lot, my favorite spot. Coming up to the old One Tree parking lot here, more elephant seals to see. And I got to change my battery because I'm down in the red, so I suddenly disappear. You'll know why. It's one of my favorite restaurants, so rest stops on the way back. And you can fish here. It's like a good day to go poke hole fishing. We're going to go right there. Stop in the shade. Not a lot of shade around here. Get out of the way, Crow. Yeah, there you are. Sweet. Once again, the wind has completely wiped out my audio, but I'm taking you over to the beginning of the path. These are really fun storyboards. They tell the local history, and I'm a pretty big history buff, so I really like them. Here's the little trail I was talking about. Head south, take you down to those little cliff right there, and the elephant seal. I'm just going to go ahead and let some of that poor audio flow. Look, bear with it. We're like a mile and a half from the other spot, but nobody's here. So you come down, hang out under the one tree in the shade, eat a little lunch, whatever you want to do. This trail goes all the way down. that beach down over there, of course, you can see San Simeon Point there with the trees. Just you. If you come down to visit the elephant seals in the late summer, the males are around. And they're posturing and they're vocalizing, and those vocalizations are quite intimidating. So there's quite a bit of action at that time. But today, everything is serene and peaceful. And I don't think you could get any more idealistic representation of the Central Coast than this place. It's just beautiful. Here we're ending the video, and just I was going over the spots. The first spot was that nice secluded beach with a few elephant seals. The second spot was the secondary spot, parking spot in the main viewing area. And the third spot was the main viewing area with those thousands of elephant seals to see. And then of course coming down here to one tree where you can walk out with almost no one around on a small cliff, making it probably the most unique spot we went to, and of course my favorite spot. Sorry for all the audio problems we had this time, but if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, go ahead and like it and subscribe. I'm really hungry. I'm sorry. Seems nobody likes you. I say subscribe for Hercules, and they don't do it. It's not my fault.